Hey everybody, Sarah here. So this is just a quick video. Yeah, nothing much has happened. Rugby's finished. Grey's Anatomy uh that's not finished yet, but tonight's one is the um finale for the before Christmas. So it'll be back sometime after Christmas, whenever that's gonna be. I mean I know when Christmas is. I don't know when it's gonna be back. Sometime after Christmas though. Um yeah. So but I do want to talk about last week's episode. So, alright, if you haven't seen last week's Grey's Anatomy, which is, I can't even think what episode it is, but obviously it's a new season, and whatever last week's episode was, I can't remember which number episode, but anyway, if you haven't watched it, then stop the video now. Anyway, so, the week before, I'd watched the promo for last week's one, and it was all like about, uh, Meredith, Meredith's, what do you call it? She was going to be in front of the hospital board, the medical board, um, to see if she'll lose her license to be a doctor and all that, a medical license and all that. So I was like, I mean, I didn't think, oh, it's going to be boring. I just thought, oh, it's going to be all about that. So what goes and happens in it? All right, she goes there and she recognizes this man. I didn't recognize him because I blanked the episode out my head. Um, yeah, she recognized someone and she was like, that's the doctor that killed my husband. That's the doctor that killed Eric. And I was like, no, don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Um, yeah, and I think when he was in that episode, she was talking to him, in my head, I mean, I wasn't really taking much notice because in my head I was like, just probably repeating to myself, you can't kill Derek, you can't kill Derek, you can't kill Derek. Yeah, so, uh, his lawyer or whatever said, you can't do anything about this because it'll go against you or something like that. And anyway, she did say something to him. He was going to start talking about whatever, and then she was like, she got up and was like, you killed my husband. You didn't recognize me, but all this kind of stuff. Yeah, and then he collapsed, and I can't remember if he collapsed. Yeah, I think he collapsed and had a seizure. Um, and then he ended up in hospital, and then obviously Amelia couldn't operate. Um, Anyway, yeah. So besides that, um, they were showing different clips, like flashbacks of when she was like doing this and doing that and whatever. And one of them, I can't think now. I think Lexi was, not Amelia. Meredith was doing surgery, and I think Lexi was in the OR with her on one side. And then on the other side of Meredith, it was Derek. I was like, stop showing. I'm fine with Mark. I'm fine with Lexi. I'm fine with George. I can't remember if they showed George, but I'm. Oh, yeah, no, they did 'cause they showed the four, no, the five. Like they showed, after Denny's death, and they were all in the thing saying who done this, and they were like it was me, and all that. They showed that clip as well, but yeah, I'm fine with them showing um George. I'm fine with them showing Lexi. I'm fine with them showing Mark. You show me Derek, and I'm like, stop it. It was, oh, yeah. So there was that. All those flashbacks of Derek. Um, and then they were on about people who had sent, what, who weren't there but sent their support. Like, they were, Alex was reading a letter out, and I was like, who's that from? and then he said something about Meredith being in the sun, or the moon, or whatever, something like that. And I was like, Christina. And then at the end, he said Christina. And I was like, I knew it. And he was like, well, I got a few more here. I got from Callie Torres and Arizona Robbins and he said a few others. I can't remember the others he said now. And then the last one he said was did he say that? No, I think he did say Nathan. Yeah, and the last one he said was Addison Montgomery. I need to add Addison Montgomery Shepherd, but she won't be a shepherd. Yeah, Addison Montgomery. I was like, oh my god, you actually had mentioned Addison as well. I'm like, oh. Um, so yeah. Um, yeah. So I don't know what's happened in tonight's episode. Um, but anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.